boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm For Classic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what I do have in it is FIFA 20. This game it is developed by EA Canada and it is using Frostbite Free. Frostbite Free have been on FIFA games already on the latest years, so this is nothing new. And as you know, Frostbite Free, it is used in a multitude of other EA titles like Need for Speed and Battlefield games. So today we have in here FIFA 20 running at 4K, 60 frames per second during gameplay on a mere GTX 1650 Super. But first let's take a look on the requirements. So these guys ask for an FX CPU, 8 gigs of RAM and a mere GTX 670. So that's why I decided to go to the settings of the game and push the game to 4K, push the rendering quality to Ultra, push this insane MSAA option to 4 times and no limits on the frame rate, because that's how we should test the game. And what I've noticed so far is that during gameplay the performance was above 60 frames per second. In fact, it was above 70 frames per second, giving us an overhead in case something goes wrong with our graphic card to stabilize. So what you will get essentially, it is an experience above 60 frames per second during the gameplay, and like the usual in all FIFAs, cutscenes and lower camera pans like penalties or goalkeeping shots, it will be locked to 30 frames per second. This happens in FIFA since I remember. I never remember this game to have unlocked frame rate to 60 or unlocked frame rate entirely to the lower camera pans. I never understood this decision, and this is exactly what it happens to on the consoles, but it is what it is. So what we really care about in here, it is the gameplay performance. I just wanted to have 60 frames per second as a minimum, and I end up having above 70 frames per second at 4K with a mere GTX 650 Super. So, but for this video, I decided to lock the frame rate using VSync. This is mostly because I feel that FIFA, it is way more consistent when playing with, with VSync, because there is no tearing, there is no centering on the side, panning cameras, everything just feels very smooth while using VSync in this game. So that's why you should have a minimum of 60 frames per second during the gameplay, so that you notice a very smooth movements of the cameras and of the players and of the balls. Everything just feels right when playing at 60 frames per second during the gameplay moments. Alright, so but anyway, there was a trick that I have to make in here. So this game defaults to DirectX 12. DirectX 12 implementation, just like in many games nowadays, they aren't really good, and you lose performance of using DirectX 12. So there is no difference visually between DirectX 11 and DirectX 12 in this game, and so you are losing frames when using DirectX 12 because most of the games, they just port the games to DirectX 12. It's essentially that, but for some reason they decided to default this game to use DirectX 12. So as soon as your graphic card have a good support of DirectX 12, it just defaults to DirectX 12. But there is a way to default the game to DirectX 11 instead of 12, and you should just change a thing in the config file of the game. There is an explanation on the description of the video which explains you how to do that, and when you do that you will gain some extra performance. For example, using DirectX 12 I wasn't really able to have a locked 30 frames per second during the cutscenes, unfortunately, and with DirectX 11 it was just fine. Alright, so that's the trick. If you want to default to DirectX 11, just go to the description of the video. There is an explanation there which will help you, and this will give you extra performance to the game. Alright, so guys, that's all that I want to talk about FIFA 20. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the gameplay. The rest, I don't know, if you noticed, I didn't really play the game. I just forced 2 bot teams to go against each other, because I'm not really a good player of FIFA, so I just forced 2 bot teams to go against each other. But at least there will be goals, so that's something that I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to do in this game if it was me to be playing. Alright, so guys, that's all that I want to talk about FIFA 20. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the game, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Now Casemiro. Hazard on the ball. Toni Kroos. Just knocking it around, looking to carve out a chance. Clattered away. Verratti now. Cavani. Mbappe with it. Well, the tackle vivacious from Varane. Carvajal. Benzema. I must say, no shortage of space. A decisive clearance it was. An opportunity to forge ahead from this corner situation. And now the delivery. Lacking in direction with that header. He was under duress.
Yeah, the defender just put him off a little bit, but it was worth an effort. If he goes in, he's a hero.
Under Herrera. Mbappe with it. Mbappe, well, just couldn't quite keep himself onside. The flag has gone up.
Well, as you can see from the possession, there's little between these two teams. It's been a real tight, cagey affair. You just hope it opens up a little.
Wonderful chance! A goal from Cavani!
Well, there's all types of goals, spectacular headers, overhead kicks. This is a simple one, but it still adds up to a goal on the score sheet.
Well, the goal again, albeit from a different angle. And underway again here with PSG in front. Here's Carvajal. Well, they are the record winners of this great competition, Real Madrid. And you always feel, Lee, that no matter the stage of the competition, where Real Madrid are concerned, you're witnessing history.
Well, absolutely. Their history would suggest that they need to win every game because the pressure is always on them, and quite rightly so. And very, very close to my heart because they came over in '99 and played in my testimonial, so I love Real Madrid.
Very generous of them. They chose well. It needs an accurate cross. Keepers contribute. Oh, it's off the post! Off the frame of the goal earlier, but now the keeper has it and can exhale.
David Seaman always said the woodwork was his best friend. Certainly helped.
And the first half is in the history books here at the Bernabeu. Just always asking questions of the opposition in the first half. Edinson Cavani.
Well, Derek, you're right. He has played well, and goals win games. He's been a joy to watch in this form. Sit back and enjoy him in the second half.
And so the second half of this Champions League group stage matchday 1 contest commences. Neymar. Under Herrera. Here's Mbappe. Benzema. Oh, he's given the ball away unnecessarily. Here's Mbappe. Under Herrera. Low one in there. And the cross not quite accurate enough. Real Madrid have given it away. Running with the ball confidently. Intelligent threaded pass here. Just wanted to get it out of there. Hazard on the ball. Benzema. Running towards goal. Benzema! Still alive. And they'll have to throw it back in play. Well, Real Madrid are going to make the change now. Now Casemiro. And 30 minutes left for play in this match. Luka Modric. Vinicius Junior. He must finish! And the keeper making sure that there were no scraps to feed on for the attackers. Di Maria. And that was a very fine read. Looking confident with the ball at his feet. Verratti. Now Meunier. Cavani. Mbappe with it. And moving the ball nicely. Casemiro acquitting himself magnificently to win it back.
Well, listen to that. Real Madrid fans going absolutely wild. Can they urge their team on for an equaliser?
Great save by Areola. Corner kick played over. Modric. Benzema hovering, far post. Joy for the Merengues. Real Madrid have scored.
Well, they pushed and pushed. They tested and tested and they got their reward. Well, we're going to see the replay here. You can't head the ball in the net if you don't get any crosses in. The crosses are coming in thick and fast, and that was a beauty. That made the goal.
A chance to revisit the goal. Even Steven, one apiece in this match. Now Meunier.
Well, Derek, it's close. There's nothing in this. Two heavyweights slugging away at each other. Attacks are on top for both teams, which is helping to create a really good open game.
Given away by Real Madrid. PSG on the move with purpose. What can they do from this particular position? Karim Benzema.
Well, listen to that noise. Real Madrid fans going absolutely berserk, trying to urge their team on for a winner.
Excellent challenge. Marco Asensio giving it away. Just a couple of minutes left for play. Verratti now. Cavani. The electronic board has been held aloft. 2 additional minutes here. Hazard on the ball. And level it is in the closing moments. Can Real Madrid check? And that is the end of the tale for tonight anyway. And not the perfect start for PSG. Just 1 point rather than 3 in this, the opening match of the Champions League.
Well, he can't really complain. It's not an ideal start. 3 points would have been the target at the start of the night, and there's a little bit more pressure just been piled on them now for game 2.